So trade union NEHAWU has written to Parliament's presiding officers saying until the precinct is declared safe, its members won't be reporting for duty. And of course, this follows a fire that gutted the parliamentary building with the National Assembly completely destroyed. Let's take a look at what Parliament is saying officially.
Parliament wishes to state that on the 2nd of January 2022, the accounting officer of Parliament issued a communication to members of staff informing them of restrictions of access to the precincts of Parliament due to the fire incident, which has resulted in the cordoning off of affected buildings for reasons relating to safety investigation by law enforcement agencies, as well as the assessment by the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure's multidisciplinary team of engineers. Due to these restrictions, the physical presence of most staff members, with the exception of the management directly responsible for management of the fire incident, is not expected until further notice.
All right, let's bring in Temba Gubula, who is NEHAWU's Branch Secretary. He joins us this morning from Cape Town. Temba, a very good morning to you. Thanks so much for coming onto the program. So actually the majority of Parliament's 1,300 employees are members of NEHAWU, and it's not unreasonable that you say your members won't be returning to work until that area is declared safe.
Good morning, Michelle, and good morning to the viewers. Indeed, we will represent a majority of the members in Parliament, of the workers in Parliament. So our demand is really a logical one. It's a rational one. It's informed by the law, but importantly, it's informed by the Constitution. The right to life, which is very sacrosanct. So we are saying as the union, until Parliament has proven to us in either some form of certification that other buildings within the precinct are safe for our members to work, that's the only time our members will be going to work. Other than that, our members will continue working from home.
Mm-hmm. In fact, that was my next question to you. Is it possible for them to do the work that needs to be done from home?
It's possible. It's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
You would recall when COVID-19 broke out, we were the first workplace, I think, in the country to say workers must work from home. Productivity levels have soared whilst our members have been working from home. So it's possible. It's possible. It's been happening. So we can still continue in that way. As I said, until our workplace has been declared safe for us to come and work.
Right. Temba, you've seen the incident report following the fire that gutted Parliament and gutted the National Assembly as well. You know, how worrying is it for you that your members would have been working under what was actually, in retrospect, an incredibly dangerous situation with, for example, the necessary steps for employees to be kept safe not being followed? And I'm talking about the sprinklers, for one.
Look, we obviously it's concerning. It's concerning, and the revelations by the fire department, whilst they are very shocking, we are not surprised as the union. This is what we've been saying, because we've been sounding the alarm to the management of Parliament that your precinct is not safe, the buildings are not safe. There's quite a number of reports, health and safety reports, that have been ignored by management of Parliament. So we do hope that this is a wake-up call for management of Parliament to get its act in order and fix that which needs to be fixed. Otherwise, as I'm saying, we can't allow our members to be working in a place we deem as a death trap as the union. So it's quite concerning. We are just glad that none of our members got injured and there were no fatalities as a result of that devastating fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Does this now give you a firmer leg to stand on, Temba, insofar as other government buildings where NEHAWU employees are working?
Definitely. I'm sure my other comrades in other branches, they will be able to now, so to speak, take the bull by its horn and make sure that they work with the authorities to ensure that all the buildings where our members work are actually safe, because Parliament can be used as a sort of an example that if a workplace is not compliant, this is what could happen. That which happened in Parliament could be used as an example, and we hope employers across the workplaces will heed that, will take note of what happened in Parliament and put measures in place to avert any such things occurring in their respective workplaces.
Temba, the rebuild of Parliament is set to take some time. Is this something that your members are ready for? How has this landed with your members, given the past couple of years of COVID-19? As you say, they've already been working from home as a result of the pandemic. But the prospect of at least a year or two still, where that is set to continue, how has that landed with them?
Look, it's a mixed bag of kind of reaction, because other workers, they really like working in the precinct. They want to go back because it provides them that sense of society, that sense of collegiality when they meet with the colleagues. But at the same time, they believe that their safety comes first. So whatever it takes to rebuild Parliament, our members want to make sure that they are also safe. So if it takes 2 years to rebuild Parliament, of course we are concerned. It's our workplace, but safety is more important than rushing back to work. Mm-hmm. We are just concerned about the other categories of staff, like your cleaning staff, catering staff, and security personnel. Those ones, it's difficult for them to work from home, as you would understand. So Parliament would call them from time to time to come into the precinct to help with this, that and the other. So we're saying even themselves, cleaning, catering, as well as security staff, they are staff members of Parliament. Their lives are also important, like other staff of Parliament who are knowledge workers. So their lives must also not be put at risk.
What does this mean for their income, Temba?
The income, remember, the income has to be guaranteed, because it is the duty of the employer to make sure that it provides a safe working environment for all its employees. The Health and Safety Act is clear there. So if the employer errs or has erred in that or failed in their responsibility, the workers can therefore not take blame for that and not get an income. So the employer, if they want to justify the income they are giving to the workers, they must make sure that they've got a safe environment for our members to work at.
Temba Gubula, let me thank you for your time this morning. He is Parliament's NEHAWU Branch Secretary, joining us from Cape Town there this morning.